Hello sword friends, this is Alex from Swordier. You know, it's our national holidays and we are celebrating it. But during this time, I'm still at the factory. I want to do an addition of something different to bring some reviews and a cutting performance using our Chinese traditional Dao. This is a very popular one, which is during the Tang Dynasty, which is around like 6th to 9th centuries. Back to this ancient times, we have been designed the Dao like this. Basically, they have lots of different categories, but they have one unique and very obvious features on Chinese Tang Dao, which is the ring for the pommel and also a single-edged. This is what we recently designed for celebrating our national holiday. You see, it's kind of like a little bit curvy and made of pattern welded steel during the 6th to 9th centuries. Some call it Cross-Dao, or maybe just use it for the sidearm, especially for those crossbowmen. But we will test it out, how ferocious it can be, even though as a sidearm, to see how it performed on those light material and heavy material as well. And to be honest, some people might find that the Tang Dao has those similar features compared to katana. This is definitely correct. By all those historians during the 6th and the 9th century, especially during the prime time of the Tang Dynasty, we have those cultural exchanges between the Japan and the Tang Dynasty. So this is not something odd, and that's why they share a lot of similarities. So the blade length is 17 centimeters, which you will find it really similar to the katana, which share the same length, 71 centimeters, and the hilt is 17 centimeters. So it definitely fit for two-handed. Even though I've got a big hand right there, you can fit for two-handed. I'm gonna test it out, and you can use it for one-handed as well, which is very agile and flexible when you use it, because it's only 600 grams right now. I'm holding it. Even with the Scabbard, it's only 800 grams. So that's why we call it the sidearm or the Cross-Dao. All right. So basically, really agile, but how it's gonna perform in terms of cutting? Let's see. So, I kept cut it 2 in a row, very sharp, and you will see it. The cutting surface is really smooth, and this is the impact area for those pattern welded blade. It hold up really good right there. You don't see the dented edge or those back road of the edge. Pretty beautiful, but still I have to tell you some like a basic specification of this blade, and you will understand why. And for the Tang Dao, you don't see a lot of distal tapers like those long sword, European long sword. The thickness right here is already 6.5 millimeter near the crossguard here. Actually there's no crossguard. It's really like a really thin at the sidearm, right? And when you go all the way from here, it's still like a 4.5 millimeter. For a Tang Dao like that, you have like a curved edge, and you have like a really good cutting capability. This is also the biggest difference compared to another Chinese sword, Han Dynasty, which is a totally different single edge. This one, right? But that one is a double-edged Han, which I'm gonna show you in the future videos. So you can make a compare with the Han Jian. This is the Tang Dao. Now the point balance for this one is already 17 centimeters. So basically you have like really a powerful weapon for striking, definitely for sure. But of course you can use it for thrusting like that. So it's just really easy to maneuver. This is my feelings when I have this Tang Dao in my hand. So it felt pretty good, and still when you cut it, you hear those wind breaking sound, which is to make it a good sword for practice your wushu arts. All right, if you are a martial arts lover, this is definitely a good way to use it. Now, how it's gonna work out since it's only 600 grams, but we're gonna test it out at the sidearm. We're still gonna test it out when we use it for one-handed, right? So let's see when I use one-handed. Still, clean cut, smooth edge, and you can easily control the sword to different angles and to different directions. Due to the weight of this Tang Dao, you don't have to worry about it might drive you to other direction, or you might have to worry about like it cutting to your leg or to other parts. So it's really safe to play with it since it's really light, 600 grams. And also, it just felt pretty good in my hand. Man, I love it, to be honest. Since this is for the national specialties, our national holiday specialties, I think I'm picking the right sword from our factory. And this is definitely how we're gonna maneuver this sword. Very beautiful design. Let's try other materials as well to see how the edge holding up right there. So now the ultimate test would be the bamboo. You can make a direct comparison right there. As you can see, really slim body compared to this thick bamboo. But what would it cut through? This is what we're gonna test it out. I'm gonna do my best. Like, although I'm not a professional, but I will just use the best I can to test the edge rotation of this Tang Dao, and also the flex strength. Also, will the edge hold up for cutting those thick bamboo? This is really a big challenge for me. Let's see. Man, did you see that? One slosh, one cut. The edge, hold it perfectly. This is the result. Very sharp, for sure. Right after I cut in the bamboo, you already see the edge is clean, and the alignment of the blade is still straight. When in terms of cutting the harder material, all right. So this is really a beautiful part about this pattern welded with multiple layers forged up, folded up. This is beautiful. Now I think this is the best direct way to check the alignment of the blade, and you don't hear any wobbling sound of the blade. Still hold it right there. Well, since it's pattern welded, I'm super confident with the sharpness of the blade. So that's why I bring these water bottles to test it out, to see if the bottle can hold it right there. So I didn't aim in it very nicely. It's kind of like a popping up from the bottleneck. So this is the thick part, and still I wouldn't call it a success. Let's try it one more time. So as you can see, when I cut in the middle of the bottle, it just hold it right there, clean cutting edge. Now let's test the cutting sharp edge. Still, no back road, no dented edge. It hold up right there. So now I have this beer can, which is already filled with water. Let's see how the edge is gonna hold up, testing the sharpness and also the edge retention. Yeah, let's see. So I use one-handed to cut the beer can. As usual, we filled it with water so you don't see the pop-up. And the edge, beautiful. I got to say, when we do those reproductions, we have to go through all those historical informations regarding the Tang Dao. Here is the fun fact. In China, you don't see a lot of information about Tang Dao, and also it's really hard to find those antique Tang Dao, even from a museum. But you will see a lot of hanjian, which is a hand sword from the museum. So I would say our swordsmith has been doing it a really good job for restore the blade geometry and also restore the historical accuracy for this sword. So if you are a historical sword lover and also you love Chinese sword and also Chinese culture, this could be a really good collections. And of course, it's not just for decoration or wall honor. You can definitely keep it in your home for the decoration, and you can also play with it in your backyard. Very light, easy to carry on, and fun to cut. All right, so that's pretty much about the Tang sword. Hope you have a great holiday right there, and stay sharp and stay tuned. Bye-bye.